Throughout history, punishment and execution methods have taken on many horrifying forms, but one of the most brutal and terrifying was death by sawing. In this method, a condemned person would often be tied or hung upside down with their legs spread apart, while executioners used a large saw to slice through their body. The sawing typically began at the groin and continued downward. Because of the inverted position, blood would flow to the brain, keeping the victim alive and conscious for much of the process, only succumbing to death when the saw reached vital organs. Let's take a quick look at one of the worst and most painful execution methods in history. Death by sawing. Death by sawing has been reported in various cultures throughout history. It was said to be used in parts of the Roman Empire, medieval Europe, Persia, and Asia. In some cases, it was reserved for those convicted of heinous crimes such as treason, heresy, or witchcraft. One of the earliest references comes from the apocryphal book of Isaiah, where the prophet Isaiah was said to have been executed by sawing under the orders of King Manasseh. While this account is debated, it serves as a grim reminder of the cruelty that could be inflicted in the name of justice or revenge. Medieval accounts suggest that death by sawing was used in Europe, but historical sources are inconsistent. Despite the inconsistencies, it was a simple, low-cost execution method, requiring nothing more than a saw and brute force, often doubling as a tool for both labour and punishment. Various methods of death by sawing have been recorded throughout history. In some cases linked to the Roman Emperor Caligula, the sawing was said to be done transversely, cutting across the body at the waist, a method similar to the ancient Chinese execution technique known as waist chopping. In Morocco, however, sawing was reportedly carried out lengthwise, either starting from the groin and moving upwards, or from the skull downwards, along the body's midline. One particularly notable account, involving Simon the Zealot, describes the victim being hanged upside down and sawn vertically from the groin, without any mention of fastenings or support boards, as depicted in some illustrations. In other documented instances where more details are available, the condemned person was usually fastened to one or two boards before the sawing began. While it largely disappeared from use as societies evolved and more regulated execution methods were developed, the sheer horror of death by sawing remains one of the darkest chapters in the history of human punishment. If you want to learn more about history's most chilling execution methods, or discover the brutal realities of ancient punishments, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode of Raw History.